everybody. I am Sezal. Thank you for that introduction and the amount of experience. In 4 years, I changed 4 companies, so that's what it is. But I studied in Christ for about 5 years. I did my pre-university and then my undergraduation in journalism, psychology, and English literature. And during my Christ days, thanks. I don't know if that's like a proud thing or whatever, but yeah. But one great thing that when I was in my second year in Christ, I got this opportunity where I got to represent India in programs that was funded by the US government. So this was one of those days when Naresh sir comes and he's like, you know what, can you fill this form? Like, you know, this is something that the college has received. And I was like, okay, why not? And 6 months later, I was flying to the US and representing like Christ and India in a new media in journalism program. So that was when I landed in US and we figured out, we went to Google headquarters, we did a little bit of all of that. And America at that time they had no newspapers. So newspapers were wiped out. It was just social media. And that was the difference. So in India, we still read newspapers and all of that. So I was like, okay, this is an app world. And then I came back and I did my post-graduation in IIMC New Delhi. So though I did like radio and television journalism, I moved to digital marketing. So that was what I was, I wanted to work with data, I wanted to work with this whole digital fad, if I may call it, that was happening or is still going on. So I became a digital marketing specialist, so I worked with B2B campaigns, and then I left, I was in Noida, and then I came back to Bangalore and I joined LinkedIn. So at LinkedIn is where I actually got my, hands dirty. Like people used to ask me like, oh, does LinkedIn have an office in India? How do they even make money? So I was like, okay, I'm sure everyone knows here that it is advertising, but what the difference is relevancy. Right? Like how relevant is that ad to you? So I'm sure all of you must have had that shoes that you just put in your basket in Flipkart following you everywhere online, right? So that's relevancy and that's how everyone makes money. So that was my introduction to how data can be used to make money and to make ethical decisions. So today my talk is going to be based on ethics in this whole field of big data and new media. So I'm just going to play a short video. So after that we can talk.
Architects of our digital world, stop, be better, because we can be. And we can see that these systems have been designed with intricacy so that companies can keep our attention indefinitely. I don't want to keep crushing these freaking candies. I don't want these alerts to completely command me. I don't care if that panda bear is dancing. Well, maybe. With a hula hoop. Okay, this is fantastic. I have to share this with my 10 friends and 10,000 strangers. Caption, who wants to throw a panda rager? Great, let me go back about my life. For God's sakes, I'm trying to right swipe my wife. Huh. 30 seconds and just 2 Facebook likes. Or is that just 2 for which I've been notified? Let me go back and check inside and see whose likes I tried to hide. They don't show them all, I wonder why. This panda's dancing. And another video plays after automatically. This one of a gopher that stage turns dramatically. It's like my attention is kept systematically raptured by algorithms that know exactly what I want. Or not what I want, just what I'll watch. And the people behind this intelligent design genuinely want to better our lives, but their bonuses just so happen to be tied to keeping time on site exceptionally high. And now even my news apps have been gamified, and what am I, not gonna click that one simple sex tip guaranteed to blow her mind? Wait, where was I, and why have I forgotten to look for that thing I'm supposed to find? And my God, look at the time. It is shocking. But somehow, yes, Netflix, I am still watching. And I know. I should have more self-control. But just to be clear, you just spent $1 million telling me this story designed to cut off at the end, leaving me wanting more. See, of course I want to see what you have in store. See my cursor already waiting there on the screen floor as you tease the next hour in all of its glory. And you'll give it to me, unless I actively abort. See, it seems the decision's already made for me. The countdown clock's moving. There it goes. 5, 4, 3. I need to sleep. But you made me want this more. This is not what I consciously signed up for when I hit play. on one episode 6 hours ago. Architects of our digital world, you have more data, information, and control over our attention, the tools to tweak our emotions so we'll return to your experience, but is that what you should do? Or should you build digital tools so advanced they can actually enhance the world outside the device in our hands? Can you add so much value that it lets us put our phones back in our pants as fast as we possibly can? Not time-sucking, time-giving innovation. That's what it means to be truly technologically advanced. The future is not all screens. It's humanity enhanced.
Some lights. All right, so this was a video that I watched, I think, a year ago, and then I got into this whole thing of time well spent, and I was like, this is so true. We are like innovating every day. Technologies are changing. We're doing any technology today is going to be obsolete tomorrow, right? That's at the pace at which we are going. But what happened to humanity? Why are we not building technologies that are humanity enhanced and not just, like as they say, time-sucking innovation? So that's something that I'm really passionate about, and I wanted to show you this clip and get your buy-in. Probably we'll talk after this this whole session. But today I'm going to be talking to you all as you are young entrepreneurs, or already you must be doing something, innovators. You're going to be working in companies, having your own companies very soon, or doing different kinds of things, right? And you all are going to be working with data. This is something that we cannot escape today. Data commands you, whether it is working in Swiggy or working at Google, you're going to be working with data. Data is going to be something that is going to keep you motivated into do. It's going to give you that analysis. As Colin was also speaking, how best can we use that kind of data? So even all the new media stuff and all, it's like a slot machine, right? You click on refresh, your mailbox, you're every 10 seconds, refresh. But what am I looking for? That's the question. That's a conscious decision. Now, by this, I'm not asking you to be okay, I'm going to switch off all my social media networks. I'm going to, never switch off Facebook, delete the Instagram app. No, but then there is this thing that we all can do, not we all, in fact, companies should do. You all, as people who are going to be working soon should do. So let me give you an example. So probably when you're studying for your exams, you have your phone next to you and you hear a ping, you are automatically tuned to check who messaged you. Check that WhatsApp message, that stupid forward or whatever it is, you're going to look at it, right? So we are all tuned to do that. So either there are two things, either you switch off your phone and keep it in the next room, or we do something else, or we change the way this whole system works. So one thing that comes to my mind is Tristan Harris. So the time well spent is an initiative by Tristan Harris, who was from Google. So Tristan Harris says is, what we can do is, when I say I'm studying, I'm just going to put on a busy icon, right? Say red, I'm busy. So whenever you are going to text me, you're going to have one conscious second thinking that, oh my God, she's busy, should I text her? Can this wait? It's about that second. Right? When I know, okay, you're busy and probably I should not text. It's not that important. I can talk to you, later when you're finished, when you remove that icon. And so if you ask me another counter question is if it's really important, I'm going to forget, if I don't text you right now, I'm going to forget what I wanted to tell you. Then there should be such a way that I can send out the information, but the technology stops it. If it's not that important, I'm going to receive the message only after I go off that mode. Right? That can be possible. And if it is super urgent, then have another mode that says, okay, only super important messages can go through. So, these are the things, or technology changes. These are small changes that can be made. I think Gmail is trying that off late. Some of the really cool apps are Duolingo. I don't know if you use that. Duolingo, Headspace, Couchsurfing. These are apps that are actually, giving back to society. They think that, okay, it's about a conscious decision. As he says, it's about putting your phones back into your pants super quickly, right? So, and then what I wanted to else talk, okay, and then we come back to India, right? India is a huge country. Our data, like if we were to start capturing the data and work with the people or like the information that we have, I think we can do super wonders. So there was this one company which was called Social Corp. So Social Corp, I don't know if you've heard of it, but Social Corp is a company that was formed, I think recently, like about 4 years ago, where what they did was, they were like, there is so much data in India that we wanted to, figure out what we can do with it. And they looked at the census. So the Indian census, right, people come to your house, they say, okay, how many people, it's all on paper. So no one's able to capture that virtually. So they got this project where they had this case study, okay? So they did this case study, not case study, they had the case. The Indian government gave them a case saying that, okay, we have this lady Sunita, who's a 35-year-old, lady in a village in Bihar, and she uses this, for cooking, she uses this chulha. You know what a chulha is, right? Like where you have that, it's not LPG basically, it's just the, fire thing, and that is equivalent to 400 cigarettes a day. So that's like super harmful, like, and in so many villages people are using that. And when asked her why she was using that, and she's like, because I need to walk 20 kilometers, go to the LPG store, pick up like a 20 kg, gas and come walk back, and that's impossible, right? She's like, I'm not going to do that. And so the Indian government wanted to place these LPG cylinders within 10 kilometers of everybody in the whole country. So they were like, okay, challenge accepted. We're going to go see what we can, do with this whole problem. So they first went out and they're like, okay, let's see what data we have. So there was actually no data. They found all handwritten records, or when they went to like these stores, they were like, okay, they're just there, and nothing is virtual. There's no data to play with. There's no data to kind of work with. So then they kind of they made this app where they gave it to every LPG, like in the country, whatever these LPG stores were, they were asked to download this app and put their location. So first they had to do that. So they put their location in there, and then we had they put their location, and then they were able to map all the LPG stores in the country. And then with that data, they kind of used to figure out like which area, which next store should come. So then they used all your, machine learning algorithms and the other algorithms to figure out where should the next 10,000 LPG stores be set up. So that's they had to start from scratch. Like otherwise it would have taken them like 2 years and 20,000 people going all over the country figuring out on paper, okay, this store is here, the next one can be here. So that's not even logical to some extent. So with the market that we are in India, I think there is so much scope for us to work with data, to make good use with this data. Even like if I were to give you an example of Swiggy, right? So Swiggy, as you all know, you order food and it's been around for quite some time. It started using its data so intelligently that it started making, okay, I know how much people eat. I know what's the quantity that people are ordering and for how many people. So they started using all of this data to form their own company. So now if you see on Swiggy, you have the bowl company, that's their own company. That's their own restaurant where they know exactly how much one person eats. And it's like the bowl concept. So they're like, a person can, at max eat this much, and this is what most people are ordering in this city. So with this data, they actually came up with their own restaurant, and they're doing wonders. They're getting funded like crazy, and all of that. So that's like how data can be used intelligently to make changes, to bring about that change in the country. So that's something that I want to touch upon. So thank you, everyone.